Hello, welcome all students. Today we will learn about hospital management. So this is our first class and we will start from today a new chapter. Is called Introduction and Hospital Operation. This is our topic. We will go. Okay, so what is this operation of hospital management comes under BHM. So what is Bachelor of Hospital Management? It is a professional course, undergraduate course, which is covers hospital operation, leadership, patient care and healthcare system. So what is hospital operation? What is hospital operation? Operation means when we arrive at a hospital, there are various things, various functions which are going to work. So that's called operation. And you also need a leadership when you are going to manage something. There must be a quality of leadership within you. And then we have to manage patient care, healthcare systems. Okay. So focus on management, finance, communication and health services. These courses are of 3 years. There are also internship there and industry exposure is also there. So what happens after we done BHM? There are multiple career opportunities. You are not only going to work in hospital, you can work at various places, such as hospital operation manager. There is one job which is called hospital operation manager. You can work as a manager, you can work as a patient care coordinator. What is patient care coordinator? So when patient comes, there should be someone who can communicate with patients. What is their need? What is they want? Anything what the patient needs, they have a specific person which is called patient care coordinator. Then you can also work in hospital administrator. In the administrator, whole operation system which works comes under administrator, such as billing, transfer of patients and everything which is administrator work. There is medical record manager. In a hospital, in a daily amount of time, there is hundreds of patients which is going to come. So you need to have a record for everyone. Then there is a healthcare HR manager. What is HR manager? Human resource manager. Okay, human resource means you have to take a patient or take some individual who is going to manage all your function. And whose responsible is this? To recruit them. It is a work of HR manager. So you can also work in HR field if you go with BHM. Then there is quality and patient safety officer. If the hospital is working, so what are the basic requirements? Is it fulfilled or not? This is done by safety officer. In basic कि वो चेक करेगा कि हॉस्पिटल में सारे काम सही हो रहे हैं या नहीं हो रहे हैं, फैसिलिटीज अवेलेबल है या नहीं है. Suppose is there a sufficient oxygen, sufficient healthcare, cleanness is there or not. There are various things. You can also be a quality and patient safety officer. Then there is a one more sector where you can go for, is called health insurance and TPA of executive. So when you learn about medical and when you learn about how these things work, you can also be a health insurance executive. Means you can tell the people the benefit of insurance and you can also sell the insurance. Now we will go to the next. So this is our chapter 1 and now we will start our course of hospital operation. So what is hospital operation? Hospital operation manages complete patient flow from entry to exit. When a patient comes, a entry point to exit point, whatever the patient will do, is managed by the hospital operation. So at the very beginning there is a reception, there is a registration, admission, transfer, billing, discharge. So why is there all these functions are there? All these different point of contact is there. What is their goal? Goal is for a error-free and patient-friendly service. You need to be fast, error-free. It is a matter of health, though, so no error is required. And patient-friendly service. You need to be friendly with patient because they are coming to you, so they are a customer and you are earning from them. So you need to be friendly with them. Okay, now we will learn first reception. What is reception? Reception क्या होता है? आप कहीं भी जाते हो, किसी भी सर्विस जहाँ पर सर्विस मिलती हो, wherever you go, where there is a service, there is a reception. So reception in a simple language is a first point of hospital for patients. What do you mean by first point of hospital of patients? So when they go at a hospital, you will find a reception desk. They will help you with all the queries like where is this, where is doctor cabinet, what is the charge, when will doctor come, when will doctor go, anything about the question at the reception you must know them. And for reception there are certain criteria and qualities of a reception who is sitting at reception. So what are the criteria? You must be a polite. Polite means आपको अच्छे से बात करना है, प्रोफेशनल मैनर में बात करना है, एंड क्लियर कम्युनिकेशन होना चाहिए, एंड यू हैव अ प्रेशर हैंडलिंग स्किल. मेनी टाइम्स जब पेशेंट आते हैं तो दे आर इन अ डायर सिचुएशन, मेनी आर इन emergency situations. So you need to handle all those pressure from the patient, because when they come they don't meet directly at doctors, they will come to you at the reception. So you must be polite, you must be friendly, you always should have the smile, with a smile, because if they don't get a proper response from you, they will be disappointed, because first impression comes from you. You are sitting at the reception. What if reception sitting as a person behaves rudely? What will happen then? It's obvious that patient will have a negative impression of the hospital and he might not come again, or he might not refer someone again. So when the patient comes, what type of generally question does patient ask to the receptionist? What time doctor comes? These are some frequently asked questions to the receptionist. So you need to be polite and you need to always start with sir or ma'am. So and so doctor will come that time. Some other question they will ask like, where is the OPD? Where is the certain department? Where is radiology? Where is that? Where is the pharmacy? So you need to have a proper knowledge of hospital, and anything that a patient asks need to be answered by you. So you must have all these qualities within you. Now we will go to the next. So after the reception, where does the reception show patient to? Is registration. Registration. So what happens at registration? Registration, there is another department which will create a record for patients. There are forms. When you go to medical, the first thing is they will give you a form. It will have a date on it, patient name will be there, refer by whom you are going to be referred by, that will be there. And this is a very important thing, UHID, hospital identify patient not by name but by their IDs, unique hospital identification number. So this can be come in exam, so you must be know this full form, unique hospital identification number. So when a patient comes, the person who are sitting at registration counter should record all these details, referred by who, it creates a unique hospital identification number, then meeting doctor, which doctor they are meeting to, what is their age, what is their weight, their gender, M or female, some other which are recorded at the registration are sometimes also their temperature and weight, also BP and pulses, all things are recorded first hand. So when a patient comes, this is the first thing which is going to happen after the reception. They will registration. Now comes to the second point of it. Maintains accurate data for future reference. This is very important. You must need a accuracy in the hospital is, any department, accuracy is very important because accuracy is a key here. You cannot make a mistake when there is a question of people's life. So you must have accurate details and maintain it for future reference. Suppose today patient came and they got registered, diagnosed, so you also need to have their proper report for the future thing. What happens? Okay, what happens if the details you registered are inaccurate? It can affect the treatment of the patient. So you must need to accurate this very correctly. There is no chance of making a mistake here. So after their details are collected, record are maintained, unique ID is given to the patients, what happens next? They will go for admission. If a patient comes and need treatment for observations, so they must be kept in the observation yard. There are different types of observation yard. There are general ward, there are private ward, and then if a patient is critical, there is ICU. There are certain departments where it needs to get admitted. One more thing is there, initial deposit and consent form required. Why do hospital take initial deposit? Why do, when we go to the hospital, they take the initial deposit? A certain amount is taken in advance. So why is that? Why do they ask advance for the patient who are in require of observation or who is going to be ICU? It is required because for non-delay treatment. They take advance so they can treat without any delays. If patient have given the advance money, they can treat them without any delays, क्योंकि उनके पास पहले से पैसा रहेगा. अगर कुछ भी करने का जरूरत पड़ा तो उनके पास रहेगा पैसा, तो वो बिना झिझक कर देंगे. इसलिए एक पॉलिसी होती है, whenever they are in big hospitals, whenever the patient come, they take a advance and then there is a consent form required. If a patient comes and he is in a critical condition, he needs to be on ventilator or he needs to be in ventilator or he needs a certain type of treatment operation, there is a form called consent form. Consent form. So what are things in the consent forms? Consent forms is so and so. It is generally taken by the patient guardian or his parents or whatever who have taken him to the registration counter. Consent forms are like this. I am is giving consent operate such certain things. Your name is there, you are giving consent to operate such and such things, and I here full suppose a patient came who got in an accident and he have a head injury. He have a head injury, he is losing a lots of blood. So any doctor who is going to operate on it will take a first consent form from his guardians, so that in future if any mishaps happen by the treatment, the hospital don't take responsibility of it, and therefore they give a consent form that yes, this case is delicate. If we are going to operate on him, he might not make it alive, or he might be affected in some other terms, he might get paralyzed, any whatever is there, their hospital operation. So they make a consent form which comes under management. Consent, rest doctor will see the operation thing, but you must take a consent form from the patient guardian, so that in future if anything happens, management need to be answered. Consent form should be there. So now we know why they take consent form. These things are done. Consent form, this bed allocation, wherever they are going, and payment, advance payment. These are generally done before the admission process. It depends from case to case, but in most cases or in a serious cases, all this consent form, admission, and advance payment, they are done before the admission. Next, admission is done. Now doctor will operate. What comes next in the management thing? So in management thing, another thing is a patient transfer. Patient transfer. So you can know by the name transfer. It means transferring of patient from one place to another. It can be either be a discharge or in local terms you can also say it can be referred. बोलते हैं ना कि कभी यहाँ से रेफर करके कहीं और चला गया, प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल से रेफर करके कभी कभी गवर्नमेंट में भेज देते हैं या फिर उससे ऊपर के हॉस्पिटल में भेज देते हैं जब सीरियस रहता है कुछ। तो बहुत चीज़ें पेशेंट ट्रांसफर में पढ़ते हैं उनको। मूविंग पेशेंट्स, व्हाट पेशेंट ट्रांसफर इज जनरली मीन्स इफ अ क्वेश्चन कम लाइक दिस, व्हाट इज पेशेंट ट्रांसफर? So patient transfer is moving patient between departments. Can be any department, any hospital. If a person is leaving his bed after the admission or leaving his room or is going to one place to another, it is called patient transfer. So a patient was there, he was in the OPD. Okay, OPD are the generally first point of treatment. So patient is sitting there OPD, but now he needs to be admitted to the IPD ward. IPD are the wards where patient stay for the longer time. OPD they stayed for short time. They will go from OPD, or they can also go if the case is serious, they can also go to the ICU room. Or sometimes hospital also refer to some other hospitals. Sometimes the hospital, when the case is serious or they cannot, they don't have certain equipments for the treatment or certain doctors, they will transfer the patient to the hospital A to hospital B when the patient needs high treatment, and vice versa. Sometimes when the hospital is a big hospital and patient cannot afford their charges and patient is getting better, ठीक हो रहा है, but he still needs to be kept in the observation, so he will move to a smaller hospital where he can afford the things. So moving of patient between hospitals also comes under patient transfer. You can see this logo. From A department to B and B department to A. They can transfer between the wards, between the hospitals, or anywhere. So what role does management plays here? A very important role hospital management plays here, which is making reports. When the patient will move, they need to have a report. So when the other doctor sees, he needs to know what's the condition of patient. So all the medical reports, whatever treatment is done, what the patient is diagnosed with, means what is his disease or his problem, what are medication, which were going on for the patient, what is his current condition, his medical reports, scan reports, MRI and everything. Scan reports. All those things need to be documented very correctly. So when the patient moves, this process is the fast. The people who are at other department does not have to be late because of your improper work. So document must move properly. When a patient moves between the transfer, when a transfer of patient happens, it is not just a transfer of patient, but it is also transfer of their documents, their test reports, their medical condition, everything. This is called patient transfer. And very important rule is that patient file report detail must be accurate and must move with him. Suppose you moved a patient to a different hospital, but when the patient arrived at that hospital, there is no file with him. So how will doctor diagnose him? How will doctor do the treatment if he or she does not have the record of his past treatment? So patient transfer departments, it is very important that you move his medical file. Medical file, whatever comes, what treatment he has taken, what disease he had, what medication he had, what reports are there, all the medical file which is need to be also taken. Okay, so this is the work of patient transfer. Now we will go to move next. Billing. This is the one of the last management process, the workflow which I have explained you. Billing. Billing is where all the medical bills are paid. तो बिलिंग में क्या होता है? बिलिंग में जब कोई पेशेंट आता है तो जितने भी जो उनके रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं, जो भी मेडिकल एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं, वो सब रिकॉर्ड होते हैं और फिर वो कैलकुलेट होके बिल बनता है उनका. तो व्हाट डज इट इंक्लूड? द बिलिंग. बेड चार्जेस, मेडिकल एक्सपेंस, Some hospital also provide food service, so food charges. Then medication and equipment. Whatever the cost is there, they will take and they will add in the billing. Medication and cost. What else is there? What else is done at the during? They run various tests, so test charges is also included. Doctor fees is included. What else is there? They suppose they have used certain, like in a knee replacement, so there are cost of equipment, so they will add that also. Then there is our procedure cost. So what all is there? Bed charges is there, test charges, doctor fees is there, medicines, all the medicines which are consumed by the patient, injection charges are there, procedure cost is there, all the fees, even the water which they use for the injection, that will also be counted in the medical expenses, and in the final billing it will be there. So it is a mostly 3 pages long, and one thing is very important in medical billing. Which is important medical billing, it should be transparent. What do you mean by transparent? Means there should not be a hidden charges. Whatever charges is there, whatever patient have used or consumed, need to be transparent, so the patient understand it. It is very important to a bill to be a transparent, and it also must be clear. In simple words, it needs to be accurate. If the bill is inaccurate or it's not transparent, the credibility of the hospital goes down. So it must be transparent. If the wrong bill is made, it breaks the trust of the patients. So this is also very important operation, billing. It is very important. Accuracy is very important for the reputation of the hospital. Is also written here, must be clear, means all the charges should be clear, accurate, it should be right. It's not like that patient have taken bed of general ward and you are charging them with private room or private ward. So it needs to be accurate, or otherwise reputation of the hospital goes down. It needs to be transparent for better understanding of patient. Error reduce patient satisfaction and hospital credibility. So what helps? If the billing is accurate, transparent and error free. So errors, when there is no error, it gives the satisfaction to the patient. Yes, so whatever is used is genuine and patient trust the hospital, and the credibility of the hospital also be maintained. So now we know what happens at the billing. Now we will go to the next. After the billing is done, the next is the discharge. When does discharge happen? Once doctor approves or deemed to be fit to patients. जब डॉक्टर अप्रूव कर देता है कि हाँ पेशेंट जो है अब ठीक है, he does not need more treatment or he can take a treatment from home. He does not need to be kept under the observation anymore, and patient can go home. So this is approved only by doctors. It's not like patient wants and can go home anytime. Doctor will not discharge it, or the doctors will not discharge them, because until and unless doctor is sure that patient is a fit or he can continue his treatment from home, then only doctor discharge the patient or approve the patient discharge. So this is the doctor work. What comes under the management when it comes to discharge? Discharge management. In all the operation there is a something management. Some functions are going on to run the hospital smooth. So in discharge also there needs to be the management. So what happens at the discharge? Patient receive discharge summary. Discharge summary. So in discharge summary, it is the overall record of the patient. Overall records of treatments and condition of patient. Discharge summary में सब कुछ लिखा हुआ होता है. Everything is written there. Whatever treatment the patient has taken, or what is his current condition, what condition he had came to, but it's all written in the brief. It's not like a complete detail when you go for patient transfer. It is similar to the reports which are made during patient transfer, but this report is a summary of it. From the time the patient has come to the hospital to the time he exits, all the things which have happened with patient, in summary, in short, everything is written there. What else is there? After the summary, what else is there? There is medical reports. Medical reports are also there. What comes under medical reports? Test is there. What tests have been taken? Scan reports are there. So these are things in medical reports. The next thing which is there is prescriptions. Prescription. Patient receives summary, which is discharge summary. Reports, which is medical reports. In medical reports, there are tests, there are scan reports, there are blood reports. All the things are there. Then the next thing is prescription. What are things in the prescriptions? Prescriptions are the medicines which are given to patients to be taken at home. घर पे जाने के बाद जो दवाई खाना है वो प्रिस्क्रिप्शन में आता है. प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लिखता कौन है? डॉक्टर. और उसको पेशेंट तक पहुंचा या नहीं पेशेंट, वो किसका काम है? मैनेजमेंट का. प्रिस्क्रिप्शन जो डॉक्टर ने लिखा है वो पेशेंट को समझ में आया या पेशेंट को वो देना प्रिस्क्रिप्शन, वो काम है मैनेजमेंट का. प्रिस्क्रिप्शन में क्या होता है? मेडिसिन, जो भी दवाइयाँ जो घर जाके चलनी है, विच आर गिवन टू द पेशेंट टू बी टेकन एट होम. और समटाइम्स इन प्रिस्क्रिप्शन देयर इज नॉट जस्ट मेडिसिन, देयर आर एडवाइजेस और एक्सरसाइजेस. In many things, doctor prescribes certain exercise for like neuro problems. When there is a problem with nerves of your system, so doctor also advise exercises and sometimes also give advice like don't eat this thing, don't eat sugar, avoid cold drinks. These things are also written in the prescription or prescribed. Whatever things, what time should be taken. If a medicine is given, suppose Dolo 625 is a medicine which doctor have given. So in prescription, it is also written that 2 times a day or whenever fever comes. So all the things which are important after the patient go to the home to take care of itself, it is written in the prescriptions. So after prescription, what else is there? What else is there after the prescription? Patient came, patient got admitted, patient got treatment, patient got billing, and now patient got discharge also. तब discharge के बाद क्या? Prescription मिल गया, सब मिल गया. Prescription के साथ डिस्चार्ज में हम लोग एक फॉलो अप डेट भी देते हैं. फॉलो अप डेट, फॉलो अप डेट. चलो, फॉलो अप डेट मीन्स डॉक्टर recall the patient after certain days. So while there is a need of follow-up is a very necessary, because the treatment which is done, it is a complete or not. patient cannot stay there for a month or after that. So doctor mostly they give a follow-up date that after a 30 days or 20 days come again and see if the prescription which are given to you, the medicine which are given to you are helping or not, are helping in the treatment or not, or the exercises which I have told you, is there an improvement or not. If if patient does not receive the increase in his benefit, increase in his health, the patient came after 30 days, the doctor discharged him and gave him a different date to come after 30 days, 20 days or 7 days, whatever date which doctor see fit. Doctor will see if patient is recovering well or not. If patient is not recovering well, doctor will change the mode of treatment. Approach is the right word. Treatment approach will be changed if there is no development in patient health. So that's why doctor give a follow-up date to check whether there is a development in the patient health or not. If there is not development, he will change the mode of the operation, approach of the treatment. Suppose first he had given the medication, now he will go with surgery, or now he will go with treatments, other type of treatments. So that's why follow-up date is given. So this, most of the work, all of these are doctor works. What are the works of the person who is sitting behind the discharge table at the management level? Ensure explanation to patient and family. So what does this mean? Ensure explanation to the patient and family. It means that we have to make sure the person who is sitting behind the discharge table, that patient always live with happiness, not with the confusion. He should have a certain degree of this clearness within him, that I have taken this and this treatment and I am satisfied with it, and to explain everything, to explain the prescription, whatever the patient is feeling problem with, to understanding the prescription, it should be done by the person who is sitting at the discharge table. Always make sure that patient lives with clarity. Clarity is the word here. Clarity. Give clarity to the patients and his family sometimes. Patient should live with clarity and not with confusion. Now we are going to the end of this for today's topic, and we will see the next, what are the important notes, what we have learned in today's thing. Communication is very important. You need to have a better communication. This hospital is a service sector. A business is done there. Your customers are like, patients are like customers. So you need to have a very good communication skills to become a good hospital manager. See, all these things which I have taught you are not the work of doctors or nurses. These are work of BHM people. who will handle the operation of hospital management. So to become a good manager of the hospital, these points are very important. All these things are very important. You can read this: communication plus accuracy is equal to best patient experience. Delays in process, if there is a delay, it will reduce the satisfaction level of the patient, which is a bad thing. This is a bad thing. Hospital managers coordinate departments and solve issues. What I have taught you now is that there are many departments. Like the very first department was receptions. Then from there we go on to admission. Then there was patient transfer. From patient transfer to the billing, to discharge. So from start point to the end point, there are many departments of operation. Reception is a different department. Admission is a different department. Patient transfer is different department. Billing is a different department. Discharge is a different department. So all this department, all this workflow needs to be managed by one person, who is a hospital manager. The work which is done at admission is not known by billing. The work which is done by billing are don't know by discharge. So who convey all this? There needs to be some flow thing. This is a different department. This is a different department. All this is a different department. So to control everyone, there is a hospital manager. And to become a good hospital manager, all these things are very important, or to be excel in any of the department, because all these are the service sectors. So first, communication skills are very most important. The second thing is accuracy is very important here. There should not be any mistake in your reports or in your billing. Accuracy is very important. Patient satisfaction, when you all those things, satisfaction is increased. So patient satisfaction is first priority of the hospital manager or the people who are sitting at the management tables. And you must be a problem solver. If any problem comes at any level of department, hospital manager needs to be a problem solver. He needs to look over everything, and always work as a team. If there is no working of team, then all these things cannot run smoothly. To run smoothly, it is very important that all these departments work as a team. And this hospital manager should have team leader skill. So in the beginning, I taught you that leadership skill is very important in the operation of hospital management. So क्या क्या आज पढ़ लिया आप लोग ने? Today we learned what is BHM, what is its career options. We will do a quick revision. BHM क्या है? क्विक रिवीजन है, एंड थोड़ा हिंदी में आप लोग को एक्सप्लेन कर दूंगा. BHM इज अ प्रोफेशनल कोर्स. 3 साल का डिग्री का कोर्स है, अंडर ग्रेजुएट का कोर्स है, जिसको पढ़ के आप वेरियस फील्ड में जा सकते हैं. कौन कौन से फील्ड में जा सकते हैं? हॉस्पिटल में मैनेजर की पोस्ट पे जा सकते हैं, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर के पोस्ट में जा सकते हैं. एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर वो जितने भी जो साइकिल थे, ऑल दो साइकिल कम्स अंडर द administrator. Record manager, जो भी रिकॉर्ड होता है हॉस्पिटल का उनको मैनेज HR में, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डिपार्टमेंट में भी आप जा सकते हैं. देन सेफ्टी ऑफिसर, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, ऑल दीज आर द career opportunities which comes after the BHM. Then we learn about hospital operation, the whole workflow. ये पूरा हमने डिटेल में पढ़ा. रिसेप्शन पढ़ा, रजिस्ट्रेशन पढ़ा, एडमिशन पढ़ा, ट्रांसफर पढ़ा, बिलिंग पढ़ा, डिस्चार्ज पढ़ा. इन शॉर्ट, रिसेप्शन फर्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट, सिंपल वर्ड्स. हाँ, रजिस्ट्रेशन, जनरेट यूनिक ID of patient, UHID. Admission of patient, in, there are different words which we learned: ICU, private or general. Patient transfer, में क्या था? पेशेंट ट्रांसफर में? ट्रांसफर ऑफ पेशेंट with his document, with his medical reports देता हूँ. There are many things, medical reports, which I have explained you in details. आप लोग वहाँ से एक बार रिवीजन कर सकते हैं अगर नहीं कुछ समझ में आया तो. ट्रांसफ़र में सिर्फ पेशेंट का ट्रांसफ़र नहीं होता है, उनके साथ जो उनका कागज़ होता है, उनका जो भी मेडिकल का डिटेल होता है, जो उनका टेस्ट का डिटेल होता है, वो सब चीज़ होता है. नेक्स्ट चीज़ बिलिंग. बिलिंग में क्या होता है? टोटल कॉस्ट, काउंटेड. बिलिंग में सारा कॉस्ट काउंट करते हैं. और डिस्चार्ज में क्या करते हैं? समरी देते हैं, समरी ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट देते हैं. और क्या देते हैं? प्रिस्क्रिप्शन देते हैं. प्रिस्क्रिप्शन रहता है और एक और चीज़ रहता है सर डिस्चार्ज में, फॉलो अप डेट रहता है. ये सब का गोल क्या है? फास्ट, ताकि जो भी काम हो रही है वो सारी चीज़ विदाउट एनी डिलेज हो. बिकॉज डिलेज reduce satisfaction. These are important key points. Delays reduce satisfaction. गोल क्या है हमारा? फास्ट. दूसरा गोल क्या है? एरर फ्री. एरर से रेपुटेशन खराब होती है. एरर इज इक्वल टू रेपुटेशन बैड. एंड ये हेल्थ पे भी इम्पैक्ट कर सकता है पेशेंट के. तो एरर फ्री, इट इज मस्ट बी एरर फ्री. एंड पेशेंट फ्रेंडली सर्विस. व्हेन अ पेशेंट कम, he needs to be smiley. In short, पेशेंट को जो भी आप जो चीज़ कर रहे हैं कुछ ऐसे तरीके से करना है जो कि पेशेंट आराम से समझ सके, वो कंफर्टेबल हो और आसानी हो फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ द पेशेंट. जैसे कि इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग इसमें एक है UHID, यूनिक हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट. और ये जितने भी सारे जो डिपार्टमेंट है ये भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. हर एक का क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. व्हाट इज रिसेप्शन? रिसेप्शन इज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट. व्हाट इज रजिस्ट्रेशन? हाउ आर पेशेंट गेट एडमिटेड? What is the process of transfer? What are the things which are contained at billing? What is given at the discharge? So there is module 1 is this is the first of the module 1 chapter, which is hospital operation, and we will end our class now, and we will learn the next things in our next class. You can join us, and if you have any doubts, you can write in the comments. I will try to answer them. And from the next class, I will also add a classroom link, so you can get all those notes, and plus these are just notes for teaching me, but for you to study, I will provide other notes which you can access from the next classes, or I will add in the same video of the description later on.